Yo, what is up guys? It's Sungod here, and today we're going to be reviewing the best Talon in Korea that hit all the way to rank 10 in Korea, so he is most definitely really solid on his champion. One little special thing about him is that he will always go the same runes as well as Flash, and you'll see that this rune page is going to be Electrocute with Inspiration. Second, I know that there's like a lot of different rune pages going on Talon currently, like for example, you know, Conquer with Ignite, Fleet Footwork, some First Strike, although First Strike is really bad, but this guy doesn't actually care and just goes Electrocute every single game. And truthfully, like, the reason as to why I wanted to do this review is because recently I've been having like a lot of people that were asking me tips on Talon. I've played it like a fair bit on the last split, and he is most definitely like a really solid champion in the jungle, granted you know what you're doing. So we're gonna actually lower the sound just a tiny bit to make sure like we hear everything. But right now, like the current pathing like for the jungle is really dependent like on the matchup. Here, like the Talon game is actually insane because the only champion that can kind of screw you over is gonna be Alistar, but you're kind of free to do whatever you want in this game, right? They don't really have champions that can punish Talon too much. Not Nocturne, not Gwen, not Talia. Maybe Talia with her anti-dash, but Corki can't really punish the Talon all too much, as well as the early mid to late game being really solid. And let's see what he does. So he actually decides to gank like fairly early on. Probably just doesn't really go for this gank here. He sees like someone being low HP, so he's actually gonna be like really patient. Gonna jump over the wall, beautiful engage, and just collects like one kill here. Beautiful, actually. Really good engage from the Maokai. I mean, it wasn't that hard to do, but he nailed it. Obviously right now he has to protect the top side, and the support also moves for it, which is great. So he doesn't actually lose like any camps, gets one kill, gets it back with Serrated Dirk first back, so it's obviously like the best possible back you can have like this early on. And let's see what he does. He's really good like at adapting his gameplay, because most Talon players are actually like a little bit too passive on the champion, and they just farm up with like Fleet Footwork, make sure they get like a little bit of a lead with a good farming, first item, second item, and then they can start you know, snowballing from there on out, because Talon's mobility as well as his burst damage like really high, so you get to you get to snowball at some point. Granted, you're given a chance, but he likes to really play with Electrocute, look for any opportunities possible to actually snowball the game, and that's what makes him special. So yeah, let's see what he does. Talia actually is passive, so he's like a little bit sad about that. Good thing is that when you're doing like the Raptors to Krugs clear, is that, you know, like your camp sequence isn't really screwed up, because now he has like a camp sequence from top to bot, because he cleared his top and now his bot, so he can always path towards top side, my bot side, sorry. We're gonna speed up like the parts that are like fairly useless. We don't really need to watch like absolutely everything, and now he's gonna be doing Drake, and he gets that for free. I don't actually like doing the Drake like in the early game, because you're gonna be spending like a lot of time. You don't really do that much damage without your items, but I know he has like a double longsword with Serrated Dirk. He's set for success. Once you're like level 6, that's when you really want to be, you know, like going for plays, going for solo kills, etc. Like, because your burst damage is gonna be like actually incredible. And oh my god, this Nocturne. It's really unplayable for Nocturne here, to be honest. Like, Nocturne is a really terrible pick here from my perspective, right? Because if he tries to kill the Darius can pretty much like tank both Gwen and Nocturne like in the early game, as you just saw here. Ahri, well, she has her dashes plus her flash. Talon, you can't really 1v1 because he can just pretty much kite you around with his invisibility as well as mobility. Misfortune is like probably like the only champion he can abuse pretty hard, but then again, you have the Maokai that's gonna be really annoying for you. So that's why I think Nocturne here is really not a good pick. I think here he's just looking to be patient, see if there's like any opportunity that rises, and then just goes for his camps once again. When you're playing Talon, like you really don't want to be like losing any time. Like just do your camps, get fed, get that 9-10 CS per minute, and then look to carry with the goal advantage that you already have. So here you can see that he already has like a pretty good advantage, which is 1k goal advantage, is 2-0-1. If you get like early kills with Talon, like your games gets exponentially easier, especially because you're gonna be clearing the camps like that much faster. Talon's AD ratios are extremely high. One cool thing that he does is that pretty much like every single game he's obviously gonna adapt his build, but he will go like lethality items like pretty much every single time. He uses mobility here really well, but still died, unfortunately. That flash from on the LE star was great, because if he didn't flash here, he would just instantly die. But yeah, I think he pushed his luck like a little bit too much. So now he has his Youmuu's. He's like 60 CS at 8 minutes, so it's not that bad. But to be honest, like the value that he gets from farming well as opposed to Nocturne like farming well, he's always going to get more value from farming than Nocturne, right? As we actually explain the reason why. So yeah, let's speed up a little bit. So he's going to be doing Krugs, gonna be doing red, and now he's gonna look to soul kill the Talia and just completely one-shot her. By the way, really good map awareness here, and I kind of wanna go back to this action because it's really good map awareness here. So he goes for red and he sees that Talia is actually like hard pushing, and essentially like what's going to happen here is like while he's looking at the Talia, the reason as to why she's hard pushing is because she wants to make a play happen, right? Because Talia's main strength is that she can roam, and then she can get kills possibly on other lanes. And he sees that, takes a chance, sweep to see if there's like any ward, and then just goes for the solo kill. She has no flash, she doesn't have any ult, and it's just like the freest kill of all time. Like with their champion, it's really hard to punish the Talon here. They don't really have the tools to do so. So if Talon ever gets fed, it's gonna be really hard for the enemy team to handle the Talon afterwards. Now he has Youmuu's, has the serrated Dirk, so we're definitely looking like real good here. He's playing with XYZ. He's the Darius player from US, great player. He's actually laning against an HLE Academy player, I believe. Just gets the assist, gives the kill to Darius here. That's great. And he's gonna go back to full clear. If you're looking for like an AD jungler that has like really high skill ceiling, but still like really fun to play and is strong like mostly into like all team comps, Talon is most definitely for you. I'm gonna speed that up. He's gonna go for a little full clear. It's possibly gonna be like a Drake fight, but then again, you know, he's still like farming really well. Doesn't like lose any second on the map. Every time he moves around the map, it's always to make a play happen. Jumps over the wall, and the charm coming from the Ahri R's immediately and gets the kill here. And again, like it's really obvious like now what I was saying earlier, that Nocturne isn't gonna do anything against that team comp. There is absolutely no way. Like even the Nocturne is like up 3 CS. Every time they're gonna fight, like he's gonna have such a hard time dealing with that. It's gonna be extremely hard for Nocturne to ever get fed here against their team comp, especially like in high challenger lobbies where everyone knows, like, well, it's not a high challenger lobby, it's like challenger slash GM, but it's still great players. Gonna play for Grubbies. Nocturne doesn't have ult just yet. Even if he gets spotted by the ward, doesn't really care about that. He doesn't have ult here, so he's playing like patiently. Burst one grub and then leaves. I mean, there's like a lot of support coming with Maokai, Ahri, but yes, everyone wants to back here, so he's just not gonna push his luck. Gonna back and get his second item's components. So here is the pickaxe with longsword. So again, we're gonna speed this up like a little bit and go for another clear here. And let's see what he does, because obviously here there's the LE start roaming, but he's just gonna go for scuttle and then move to another location. I guess he's just gonna try to get the Gromp here and leave right after. There's a Nocturne ult, and they pretty much saw that it would possibly be topside, or else like the Nocturne would most likely just ult on him. He's trying to join in the fight, and a great step of Talon obviously is that he can move to fight extremely fast by jumping like over the walls. Plus Yomu's is just going to make that even better. I guess he's like looking for a flank here. Darius is dead, so I don't think this should be like going it too hard. Changes his decision here, and instead of just going for the Gwen here, because you know, like he saw that she was just suiciding, he's just gonna go for the red instead. Always adapt your gameplay, guys, based on like what's happening. At some point, you know, like you become so strong on Talon that you don't want to be just clearing your own camps. You can most definitely, you know, like invade. One little thing I gotta say though, like if you're invading, is to not enter the jungle by jumping onto the walls, because if you do that, you're gonna like close in like your escape routes. So we're gonna speed it up like a little bit, and now he's just gonna clear his top side, and after that he's gonna back, get his second item here, so we have opportunity with another serrated dirk, and just go once again for a play. Sees the Talia here, just goes for the wave, dodges everything. Now Talia doesn't actually have like anything, so he can very possibly just go for the kill here whenever he has his ult up, which I think is exactly like what he's gonna be doing. We'll see if the Talia stays. If she doesn't, then he still gets like an entire wave. She does stay. He still wants to be playing it like fairly safely because he doesn't have flash. There's no need to really like go too hard here. He has like a huge lead, and yeah, this is nothing you can do as Talia here. I don't even know like what she's doing. The second like she was getting too close to a Talon, it was like over, because truthfully, like the Talia has no damage right now, right? She has Seraph's Embrace, she's 132 CS, meanwhile the Talon is like 5 kills against her, and it's just completely over. She doesn't even have armor. I'm not really sure like what she was thinking, but let's speed up. See where it goes. Takes the blue, probably gonna go for Scuttle here, and then he's gonna go for Herald. Interestingly enough, he's gonna be playing for Herald as opposed to the Drake here, and the reason for that being is that he can close out the game like way faster with Herald. If you have a lead, like you do want to prioritize like Herald if needed, because you can take like the most important turret in the game, which is the mid turret, and that just opens up like possibilities for you. My bad. At this point, like Nocturne is like so far behind that he can pretty much do like whatever he wants, right? He can go like in Nocturne's jungle and just chill. I mean, he just has like way too much damage. So it's literally just gonna be like farming simulator from now on. Like when you have this amount of leads, you just want to be like jumping every single wall, take everything, and if there's like any danger like whatsoever, you have like 3 different escape routes. You have your E, you have your R, you have your flash, and even your Q potentially if there's like a jungle camp nearby or minions, which he showcased like when he died the first time on the minion, and he used Q to try to escape. Goes for the Gwen here, and this is gonna be the hardest kill of all time. Wow. Amazing gameplay. No, seriously, like I'm not making fun of him at all. I'm just saying that he's just so far ahead that it literally doesn't matter at this point. Even the Alistar ulti is just not enough to out-tank like his damage. And you see like he is just really hard prioritizing, like going for lethality items. So you got the Yomu's opportunity, and now he's going for Serpent's Fang, and now probably Edge of Night so that he can dodge everything. He's just gonna keep on farming, get his boost. Gets his boost like really late, by the way, which is interesting. Goes for the backline here. There's no way they can do anything about it, and Talia is trying to escape, but it's just not gonna work. Let's see like how he actually like approaches team fight, because it is, you know, it is interesting to see like how like a good Talon player like approaches team fights. You see like here he's just really looking at what's happening in the team fight, and he sees that he actually has like a perfect opportunity to just attack the backline here, because the front line, which is Alistar, is trying to kill the Misfortune here, so he can just very easily go for the backline here. and he just presses R immediately, goes for the Talia, Shizonia, so he changes like his target selection and then kills the Talia like right afterwards. I mean, truthfully, like the Talia flash here was a little bit funny, but she tried her best. You know, at this point they can just do Atakan, they can go for Drake. Everything is available to them. Goes for another full clear, gets his Age of Night, and now like the real fun can start, because this, you cannot, like right now, like the Talon is like completely unstoppable. You see, like even if he dude, that's kind of funny, because I said like the Talon is like completely unstoppable, they just camp the bush and then chain CC them to death. But you see like how cocky he plays after he gets like his 4 items. It's like at first he's still trying to not be he's still trying to not go too crazy, and at that point when he gets like his 3-4 items, that's when he's just like extremely cocky and doesn't really care. Really good flash by Misfortune here, but still dies unfortunately. Let's speed it up. Honestly, I'm very surprised because they're up like 4k gold only after getting like so many kills, objectives, turrets, etc. So the enemy team is still definitely still has a chance to do something. Really good kiting from the Talia, to be honest. Like she played it like absolutely perfectly, but again, it just doesn't matter. Even if you rewatch like what just happened, like she actually just played it completely perfectly, but she doesn't have the damage to punish the Talon here. Nocturne ult, and of course like Nocturne's target selection is going to be Misfortune, but like I said at the start of the game, he cannot do anything. Drafting is way too important. Like in League of Legends, if you pick like the wrong champions in challenger lobbies, like you're automatically like just going to lose, to be honest. And XYZ is going nutty. Let's go. Let's move forward like a little bit. And game is obviously going to end like fairly soon, but he is not gonna stop farming just yet. One interesting thing about it is that a lot of top players will buy items like Black Cleaver, Serrated Dirk, not Serrated Dirk, sorry, but Cerealist Grudge or Armor Pen, like in general. But this guy never ever builds like Armor Pen until like the very last item. So here, like on his 5th item, he's starting to build Cerealist Grudge right after like buying 4 lethality items. So that's definitely like an interesting fact about this guy. And from all the new like Talon players that have been asking me advices, they've been mostly playing like the same build with this Talon. Goes for the burst here on the Nocturne. There's legit nothing you can do about it. The Alistar is tanking a lot, but that's just not gonna be enough. Obviously, like still gotta be careful of the Gwen because she's still fairly tanky, and she's scaling really hard. But she still doesn't have like 4 items like her Talon does. And you're just gonna see like the amount of prio like the Talon is gonna have like on those team fight, because it's so hard to deal with a Talon that's like this fed, right? He has 10 CS per minute. Oh, he's actually just going for the Corki immediately. There's nothing the Corki can do, even if he tries to W away, he's just instantly gonna die. But yeah, at this point, he's gonna have full build, and now with full build Talon and an insane amount of leads, just looking at the gold difference, you can see that he has like 4k gold over everyone. He's like just gonna one-shot absolutely everyone, and the only one that can do something about this is going to be the Alistar. But Talon's cooldowns are gonna be like way lower anyway. But if we're being like completely honest here, I would say like the enemy team definitely trolled like their draft, because you know like this they can't even stop the Talon here at all. It's too easy for the Talon to play. A little bit of a cool trick here though, like that was cool. It's like really do like seeing that on the Talon. He's like 1 HP and he goes invisible right before jumping here. So E's ulti, and the Corki didn't even see that, and everybody's like pinking question marks, not really understanding what just happened. But if we look at Corki's POV, like right before the action, like you'll understand. Like he will literally not see anything arrive. So here, the vision spots him, and he still like doesn't actually understand what just happened. And then now the Talon is just gonna hit him, and even if he W's away, it's like it's over because of the electrocute proc. So yeah, I mean, that's just really fun to watch. We can possibly just make fun of this Corki for dying here, but if we're playing against like this specific Talon and he does that to you, like you're gonna be the one not laughing. You know what I mean? Alright, let's move forward to the last fight here, and he's just gonna be camping bushes at this point because he doesn't even need to farm. The only reason why he's ever going to be taking camps in the first place is to deny the enemy jungle. Attacks the backlane here and goes for Corki like immediately, and then just finishes everyone off, and now the game is over. Well, yeah, I mean, definitely like a spicy game. Everything went really well. The draft was amazing for him. Things were really easy. But that is the best Talon in Korea in a GM shell lobby. 10 CS per minute, 18 kills, 2 and 12 assists. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.